Hey everyone, welcome to an update. Yay! So it's been about 2 weeks since my last update, I think to the day actually. And in that time, I built a computer and got it set up. So the reason I haven't had anything else before that is because setting up this second computer was very, very difficult. This is also some pre-recorded footage in the background that I did just now. I just decided that I was just going to use the B-roll footage because I just, for some reason, cannot play that game and talk at the same time. Well, I can't talk about other things other than the game or what's on my mind because I get distracted. Anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. So, I set everything up. I built a new computer. The only reason I did that was because my old computer wasn't working, and by the time I had all the parts in and everything was installed and happening, my computer started working again, which is great, but kind of frustrating. So instead of selling my old computer, which I don't even know how to do or where to do, I decided instead what I was just going to do was set it up as my capture computer. Obviously, not obviously, I have to limit my frame rate to 60 FPS on all my games, which I guess is a bummer, but then again, I only have a 60 Hz monitor. For those of you who don't know what that means, don't worry about it. So, for the time being, I'm using a KVM, which is a keyboard, video, mouse switch, to switch my keyboard and mouse back and forth. Eventually, I will get a second keyboard and mouse, but right now is not that time. So, I guess I don't know. So I'll just get started talking about things. So it's been interesting setting all this up because Borderlands, which you actually see in the background, has been the bane of my existence. This game runs at 45 frames a second, no matter what I do, if I'm recording on the same computer. I don't know why it does this, but it drives me up the wall. And I don't know how to fix it. So this is a fix, using a computer as its own console, which means that my I guess recording console can be its own thing. So because of this recording and all of this going on, what I'm actually thinking I want to do is set up, maybe do some streams here and there, probably not consistently, but just try them out because I've wanted to go and try them out again, but I haven't really found the time. But I think now that I've got everything figured out, maybe I could. So it took a lot of finicking to get everything working again because if you don't know, with the 2 PCs and 1 microphone, it's very difficult to plug everything in together. So what I actually did instead was I have an old Blue Yeti laying around, so I just plugged that microphone in and stuck it on the desk, and well, it's connected to my game computer because I need to talk in games like Rainbow Six Siege and stuff like that. So I'm getting off track again. So because of this, I'll be able to play games, I guess, in a higher resolution. Also, when games crash like they always do, I don't lose footage. Because that's happened to me many times in the past, or my computer crashes. Obviously, it's 2 computers that can crash versus 1, but I'm hoping that that won't happen. Who knows, but I'm sure it won't. So I'm just gonna bank on that. So in the future, I don't know what I'm exactly going to do, but I think I've got everything pretty well set out. And especially with this now, that means every single video will have the same color content and the same quality. So everything's the same, so I'm not having different things that would potentially mess up, I guess, a continuum or consistency. So obviously, Minecraft, a new one, will be coming out on Wednesday. That is recorded I guess today, actually. It will be recorded later once I figure out my issue. I'll go into that later. But Minecraft will be coming out new. Arkham City will not be new because I actually have about 12 episodes pre-recorded, and I have, I think, 1 more episode of everything else, but Minecraft is coming out completely new this week, so I guess that's starting off with this setup. Obviously, this is the first video coming from this setup, so I guess this is kind of a test. And I hope everything looks good and sounds good because I've had to do a lot of messing with it, and I really, really, really want everything to work out well. So if you guys have any comments or whether it sounds good, sounds bad, could use some work, feel free to let me know. Actually, not feel free, please let me know because it's extraordinarily helpful for me to know this stuff, and I will see what I can do to fix it for the next videos or next set of videos. But I'm pretty happy with how things are for the time being, and yeah. So, what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah. So I've been having this issue for the longest time where I try to record in 48 hertz from USB in from my Yamaha MG12XU. That's the mixer I use. It doesn't do that. If it just sits for more than 4 hours, it goes to 48 hertz, which drives me insane. That's the sample rate. It drives me insane. So it turns my voice really high pitched, and the amount of videos that I've had to stretch the audio to fit is insane, and it's really frustrating. So what I said was, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel, and I'm just gonna record everything at 41 hertz. 44.1 kilohertz, or whatever. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, because I certainly don't know what I'm talking about, will know. All I know is I'm matching one thing to the other, and I want to make sure they're the same. And I'm trying to make sure they're the same, but sometimes they aren't, and now I've made sure that they will be the same, because it starts in that mode. So I finally fixed the bane of my existence and something that has been messing with me for the longest time, which makes me very happy. I guess the one other thing that I mentioned that I'm not fully set on is my recording settings. My color is right, but I'm not sure about the quality. I actually recorded this at a much higher quality than I meant to, at a CQP of 17, which is 75,000 megabits per second, which is a lot higher than I meant to. I meant to actually do it down at near 30-ish. So this one is a very high quality video. They won't, I guess, no, actually the one I'm using, I forgot, this is the second time I recorded something, so this is actually 30,000 megabits per second instead. This is an 18 CQP. I'll probably make a video on my recording settings eventually once I get around to it. So yeah, that's what's going on. I hope the video looks good enough. This all goes back into new setup. Everything's still, getting completely fleshed out. One keyboard and mouse, so that means that I have a little switch that switches them back and forth, which is a pain. But eventually I'll get the second keyboard and everything will be better from there. So I hope everything will just work better from now on, because there's been so many issues and problems with all this, and I really hope that this is a solution to this. Obviously, with this new computer, I could use it as its own thing. It wouldn't need a second computer. But since I have it sitting here and it would just go sit and collect dust, I decided, you know what? Why not? I might as well use it. And my mouse is kind of pooping out, so I decided to get a new one. I use the Roccat Kone XTD, if anyone's wondering or wants one. I love it, so I bought the next generation, which is the EMP, the Kone EMP. It's the same shape, it just, I hope it's similar. I've heard it has the same color to it, which makes me very happy. Not same color, same shape, which makes me happy because I love the shape and I've got big hands, so that definitely helps. So yeah, I guess that's a lot of what I wanted to cover. So I guess this means that I'll have a lot more freedom with what I can play, and doesn't have to be, I can really plug and play with almost any game now, which makes everything so much easier. Hopefully Xenoblade will work a little smoother and all these things will be better on its own computer, but who knows. So I guess that's really all I wanted to cover. If you guys have any questions, feel free to tweet at me, feel free to drop a comment, feel free to do any of that stuff, and I will do my best to respond. Oh, I just remembered another thing. So I'm going to start trying to work with tags a little better, because I don't use them, and that's really dumb of me. That's really, really, really dumb. But I'm going to start trying to figure out tags and learn how to use them, because hopefully I can use that to expand a little bit, and those of you who do watch my videos might have a few more friends to watch them with, or a few more other people watching them. Because I'm going to stop, because I'm just going to turn myself into a circle. Anyways, so that's finally it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have any comments about anything that's going on, please let me know, and I will do my best to respond to them. If you guys, again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to respond. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be Batman. One of the ones that is pre-recorded, so yeah, that's fun. Anyways, see you guys then. Bye!